So 21 participants. I will take the attendance. Aarti, Abhishek, Anisha, okay, write down your roll number in the chat box. Okay, from 1 to 10. From 1 to 10. Okay. 10 to 20. Very good. 10 to 20. 17, 19. 17, 19, 20. 20 to 30. 20 to 25. 25. Only 2 students. 21. Okay, Harshita. So 3 students. Okay. Now 30 to 40. 33. Only 1 student. 30 to 40. 40 to 50. 42, 45. Priyanshi. 42, 45. 2 students. 42 and 45. 48. Shubham. Okay, then 50 onwards. 54. Vishal. 51. आने में ठीक 50 Suman Jha. Okay, 50, 51, 55, 54. Okay, so we will start with the class now. So we were on branching instructions. We have left that topic. We have studied jump conditional instructions. Then next branching instruction we have to start. Is it audible to all? I think internet. Is it audible, students? जैसे राम लाइट चली गई क्या? Hello students, is it audible? Okay. Okay. So we have started with branching instructions. Jump instruction we have studied. There were so many conditions for jump instruction. Now we will study call instruction. Next is the call instruction. Jump means in between the program, if I want to run some other program or I want to execute some other things, then I will use this instruction jump. Jump unconditional and jump conditional. There are two types of jump instructions. Next is call instruction. Whenever we are writing a subroutine or a separate program, when we used to write subroutines, when it happens that we have to run the same program 10 number of times, or we want to repeat the same set of instructions, then we will use a subroutine, where we will first write that subroutine separately. Main program will be written separately, and from main program we can call that subroutine program. So for that instruction we are using call 16-bit address. It is called unconditional. Okay, that means without any condition this instruction will get executed. The program sequence is transferred to the memory location specified by the 16-bit address given in the operand. So whatever address we will mention, at that address it will shift. The program counter will shift to that memory location. Before the transfer, the address of the next instruction after call, the contents of the program counter is pushed into the stack. So what will happen? See, if I have before call instruction, I am having LXI instruction, load that address. The program counter will have the address of LXI location. Just after LXI, I am having call instruction. So what will happen? I have to save the main program address also. Is it clear? Program counter will be always updated by the next address of the instruction. Clear? So what it will do, it will save that previous address into stack memory by using push and pop instruction. Clear? Before the transfer of the address of the next instruction after call, the contents of the program counter is pushed onto the stack. Call 2034 hex is the example. So clear? Anything you want to ask? Call instruction. Next branching instruction is CX 16-bit address. That means call conditionally. The program sequence is transferred to the memory location specified by the flags of the PSW. Program status word. The program sequence is transferred to the memory location specified by the 16-bit address. Clear? Before the transfer, the address of the next instruction after the call, the contents of the program counter is pushed onto the stack. When we will write a call instruction, the program counter shifts its address from main program to subroutine program. From main program to subroutine program. Okay, so again it has to return to the main program. मैंने subroutine execute कर लिया. I want to add 10 numbers. 10 numbers addition program is written in the subroutine. After finishing that subroutine program, I have to return to the main program. So while returning, what I need the return address. That the address is stored in the stack. Again, we will take that stack address and we will store that address in the program counter. So again, your main program will start running. So again, call conditional. There are many call conditional instructions. Like you had the jump conditionally. Hello, any problem? Who is speaking? Screen is not available.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now is it available? Actually, lights went, so I don't. Is it available now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this was the first instruction. Sorry. Write down call instruction CALL in capital. You have to write. So should I explain it again or should I move ahead? So next call लिख लिया. Call ये वाला लिख लीजिए. ठीक है. Call conditional. Write down this. So clear call instruction, call conditional. Should I move ahead? Okay. So call conditional के तुम conditions लिख लो एक बार. CX, this is call conditionally. So what are the conditional call instructions? CC, call if carry. If carry is generated in the carry flag by previous instruction before this CC, then it will call the subroutine program. So what it will check the status of flag register. If carry 1, if carry is 0, then it will call the subroutine program. Call if positive, that means sign flag is 0. Call if minus when sign flag is 1. Call if 0 when z is equal to 1. Call if no 0, z is equal to 0. Okay, call if parity even and call if parity odd. Any doubt you want to ask? Otherwise, I will move ahead. At last, again, I will take the attendance because few students have joined. So, should I move ahead? लिख लिया तुम लोगों ने कॉपी में? Variety of call instructions. Next branching instruction is return instruction. पहले हमने पढ़े थे branching में jump instructions. Then we studied call instructions. Then if a subroutine is returned, a separate program has been written, then while running the subroutine program, I have to write in main program call instruction. Okay, but in subroutine program, I have to write when that subroutine has ended, I have to write a return. You return to the main program. So this is RET instruction. Operands are none. Return unconditionally. Okay, the program sequence is transferred from the subroutine to the calling program. Got the logic? The program sequence is transferred from the subroutine to the calling program. The 2 bytes from the top of the stack are copied onto the program counter. Every time the address will be stored. See, अब रिटर्न करने के लिए मुझे क्या चाहिएगा? I want to pop up the address which was stored in the program counter for the main program ki where it has to return. That the 2 bytes from the top of the stack are copied into the program counter and the program execution begins at the new address. Wherever is the return instruction के बाद वापस program counter load होगा and it will return to the main program execution. Clear? And how to write return instruction? Just write RET in capital. ठीक है? Then return conditionally. It's written conditionally. Okay? RX return conditionally. The program sequence is transferred from the subroutine to the calling program based on the specified flag of the PSW. The 2 bytes from the top of the stack are copied into the program counter and program execution begins at the new address. So this is return conditionally. You can write this instruction. RET मेरा return instruction था, but return conditionally RX. X are variety of X is there. Return if carry, return if no carry. Return if positive. लिख लिया सबने रिटर्न इंस्ट्रक्शन? Return conditionally. Then branching instruction. Next is your RST, a very important instruction. which will execute your software interrupts. We have seen in the pin diagram also there are some interrupt pins INTR, RST, 6.5, 7.5. So RST 0 to 7 means RST 0, RST 1 till RST 7. So 8 software interrupt pins are there. Clear the RST, these are the software interrupts. In the hardware pin diagram, the interrupt pins are there that are hardware interrupt pins. Okay, and this is a software interrupt. If in while writing a program, I want to interrupt or I want to restart some other thing in between the program, then I will use software interrupt without interrupting the hardware pins. So write down RST 0 to 7, restart software interrupts. The RST instruction jumps the control to one of 8 memory locations depending upon the number. Depending on this number, जो number आएगा वहां से वो read करना start कर देगा. It will jump to that location. Clear? These are used as software instructions in a program to transfer program execution to one of the 8 locations. These are used as software instructions in a program to transfer program execution to one of the 8 locations. Example is RST3. So now you can write this restart address table. Draw it in your copy. This is very important. Generally, this is asked in examination also. What are software interrupts? Explain. Or what is RST instruction? So you have to mention all these points very clearly. So see, these are vectored interrupts because they are having a specific address. So restart address table, RST0 starts from 0 hex. RST1 starts from 8 hex. 2 starts from 10 hex. RST3, RST4, RST5. What is the address of RST6 and 7? Thirty. Okay. Next, RST7 address 38 hex. So what is the major difference? Just 8 locations you have to skip and you will get the address. So no need to remember, just remember RST0 address and then you can prepare your own table. So restart software instructions. Control instructions. Write down next set of instruction, control instructions. The control instructions control the operation of microprocessor. See, this we will discuss later on. Before that, I will discuss few important topics. So write down in your copy instruction word size. Instruction word size. What do you mean by word? This is a computer in which we will write a program. So how I will write the program here, 885 gives you assembly language coding which has opcodes and operands, but why this language is very easy? Because it is very easily understood by user. But what is the problem? The machine can't get this language which we are writing. So what we will do, we will convert that language to machine learning language. So machine will understand only binary codes. So binary codes we will give by putting hexadecimal values. So each opcode will have a particular hexadecimal code. The binary codes of all instructions are not of the same length. हर instruction की length same नहीं है. Like move instruction is having particular length, MVI instruction is having some different length, Alexa instruction is having a different length, word size. So we have to define the word size, and accordingly Intel 8085 instructions are classified into following three types. So the first type is 1 byte instruction, then 2 byte, and then 3 byte. So what do you mean by 1 byte instruction? Write down in your copy. See, network is there. Is it audible to all? Because I am facing network issues. Is it audible to all? Okay, it's audible to all. Okay. So write down this 1 byte instruction, 2 byte instruction, and 3 byte instruction in your copy. Then I will explain you. Just finish it up and mention it in the chat box. You have. Hello. Yes, students. Is it audible? See, 1 byte instruction. All 1 byte instruction contains information regarding operands in the opcode in the same byte. Like only 1 byte will be required to store this instruction in the memory. So what are the examples of this instruction? Examples are move A comma B. Move the content of register in which, see, which instructions will have only 1 byte of length? Those in which operands are not address or data. Clear? Operands are always registers. So there we will require only 1 byte to store that instruction. We will require only 1 byte to store. Clear? Or should I repeat? Which instruction will require 1 byte? Where no operands are mentioned in the form of address or data. Just registers are mentioned or there is no operand like CMA, CMC, return. So this will only require 1 byte of instruction. Can you example few more instructions? Please write down in the chat box for 1 byte instruction example. Yes, do it fast. 1 byte instruction example बताओ और yes, rotate instruction all are of 1 byte. Yes, very good, very good. Chalo, you got the concept. So CMA, add B are the 1 byte instruction. Next 2 byte instruction. In a 2 byte instruction, the first byte of the instruction is its opcode and the second byte is operand. Okay, first byte is always consumed by the opcode. 1 byte हमेशा opcode के लिए चाहिए. Second byte for the operand. And operand second byte means it should be having only 8 bit of data, not 16 bit, because 8 bit data 1 byte hota hai and 1 byte we can store in one memory location. So example is MVI B, 05 hex. ये instruction क्या बताता है? What is the significance of this instruction? MVI B, 05. Yes, who can tell the significance of this instruction? Move immediate data which is given in the instruction, that is 05, which is 8 bit data, to register B. To register B. Is it clear? And how it consumes 2 bytes of data? Can you name few more instructions which require 2 byte of length? Please mention in the chat box. Yes, students, are you getting or not? No reply. Two byte instruction MVI B, 05 hex. Give the examples of 2 byte instruction. क्या examples हो सकते हैं? All the MVI instruction. ठीक है. उसके अलावा ADI instruction, ADI के साथ क्या आता है? ADI 8 bit data. So ADI will require 1 byte and 8 bit data will require the second byte. So it is a 2 byte instruction. Is it clear? Next instruction, 3 byte instruction. Yes, students, is it audible to all? Okay. Next 3-byte instruction. The first byte of the instruction is its opcode. Second and third bytes are 16-bit address. So can you give me one example of 3-byte instruction? We have studied so many instruction, almost we have finished instruction set. LXI, very good. LXI के साथ हम क्या लिखते हैं? JUMP 2040. Yes, very good. So few students got the concept. What do you mean by 3-byte instruction? 1 byte for opcode, second byte for the LSB data, third byte for the MSB data. Because in the instruction we are writing not LXI RP nahi hai. It is a wrong syntax. RP comma 16-bit data. RP doesn't require any kind of memory location. LXI require 1 byte and 16-bit data will require 2 byte of data. So total 3-byte instruction. Okay. So examples: LDA, STA, LXI. And can you tell me stacks? How many byte it requires? Stacks instruction. Stacks LDAX instruction will require how many bytes? XCHG instruction will require very good. Only 1 byte. And other instructions? Yes, so all are single byte instruction. Okay, 1 byte, 2 byte, and 3 byte. Single byte, double byte, and triple byte. SBI, TBI. In short, also you can write this instruction: single byte instruction, double byte instruction, and triple byte instruction. Okay. So should we move ahead? See, here we will simplify a very simple program today. Okay, before program, we will continue some other topic. Yes, write down next heading as addressing modes. Addressing modes of microprocessor 885. What do we mean by addressing mode? Okay, the way of specifying data to be operated by an instruction is called addressing mode. See, in some instructions, what we require? We require only registers to store the data, to take the data. Okay, and in some instructions, there is no source, so there is no destination data, there is no source data. Source means from where we will take the data, destination where we will store the data. So few instruction are having specific accumulator, वहीं से मुझे data लेना है और वहीं पे मुझे store करना है. So which type of addressing mode it means? In few instructions we are writing the data, 8-bit data भी मैंने लिखा है और साथ में register भी लिखा है. तो what it signifies? So this is a very important topic of instruction set. To perform any operation through microprocessor, we have to give corresponding instructions to microprocessor. Instruction diye bina microprocessor will not work. In each instruction, programmer has to provide 3 information. What are the 3 information to write the program? First is the operation to be performed. जो भी ऑपरेशन मुझे करना है, एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन, मूविंग, जंपिंग, आई हैव टू राइट दैट. Second, address of source data, from where I have to take the source data. That address is to be mentioned. It could be register, it could be memory, it could be accumulator. And address of destination of result. And after performing that instruction, where I have to store that result. So these 3 points are to be mentioned while writing any program. So the method by which we specify address of source of data or address of destination of result is called as addressing mode. Clear? So there are 5 types of addressing modes. Okay, there are 5 types of addressing modes. Clear? So first, write down first addressing mode in your copy, immediate addressing mode. Number 1, immediate addressing mode. Okay, so what do you mean by immediate addressing mode? If 8/16 bit data required for executing the instruction is given directly along with the instruction, then it is known as IAM. Or in immediate addressing mode, the source operand is always data. The source operand is always data. If the data is 8 bit, then the instruction will be of 2 bits. ये हमें अभी समझ में आ गया था. What do you mean by 2 bytes, 3 bytes? If the data is of 16 bit, then the instruction will be of 3 bytes. Okay. So if source operand में data given है, तो it is known as immediate addressing mode. And examples are shown on the screen. MVI B, 45 hex. MVI B, 45 hex, LXI H, 3050 hex. Okay, so got the concept of immediate addressing mode? Kindly give me some more example of immediate addressing mode. एलेक्सा एमवीआई के अलावा अरिथमेटिक ग्रुप में कौन से हैं इमीडिएट एड्रेसिंग मोड एग्जांपल्स? प्लीज राइट डाउन इन द चैट बॉक्स. Yes, students, I am waiting. Immediate addressing mode examples. 3 examples I have shown. It is there, MVI. Okay, next. इसके अलावा और क्या क्या इंस्ट्रक्शंस हमने पढ़े? CPI. ओके, कंपेयर. ओके, CPI, वेरी गुड. और एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन में कौन से इंस्ट्रक्शंस है अरिथमेटिक ग्रुप में? SUI, वेरी गुड. ADI, very good. Always try to write it in capital letters, okay? Don't write it in small. In branching group, any instruction. In logical group, it is compare. Compare के अलावा और भी कोई instruction? Any other instructions? ANI. What do you mean by ANI instruction? With ANI, the operands will be only 8-bit address. Address is directly given in the instruction. That means it is immediate addressing mode. Clear? You can find out the source addressing mode and destination addressing mode. MVI B, 45x क्या है? इसमें source क्या है? What is the source in this instruction? B or 45? B or 45, which is the source? Okay, any student left for the attendance, you can type your attendance roll number in the chat box. (45)hex is the source. Very good. So source addressing mode is my immediate addressing mode, and destination is my B. It could be any other addressing mode. So next addressing mode we'll study is register. You haven't given attendance, Abhishek. What is your roll number, Abhishek? Roll number 2. पहले दे दी attendance. I am not asking again for the attendance. Those who have missed the roll call, they can give their attendance. Komal, okay, and 3 students. (36) Nilesh. Nilesh is 34. Your roll number is 34. Next time galat mat batana roll number. Otherwise, I will not put any attendance. Write down second addressing mode. Register direct addressing mode. Okay. In register direct addressing mode, the data to be operated is available inside the registers, and registers are mentioned in the operands. Therefore, the operation is performed within various registers of the microprocessor, and examples are shown. So have you written the examples? Register direct addressing mode. What is mentioned in this? In this, the source and destination registers are mentioned with the opcode. Move A, comma B, add B, increment, decrement, where the data is not mentioned. 8-bit or 16-bit. Then it is known as register direct addressing mode. Clear? Have you written in your copy register direct addressing mode? Next. Third addressing mode is direct addressing mode. Direct addressing mode. So write down in your copy, in direct addressing mode, the data to be operated is available inside a memory location, and that memory location is directly specified as an operand. The operand is directly available in the instruction itself. In the instruction, you will get the operand, but directly address will be mentioned, like LDA, LHLD in instruction. So write down this and write down few more examples of direct addressing mode. SHLD, STA are the few more examples. And if you have any doubt, you can ask. In next class, we will continue with addressing modes and we will start writing the programs, which is a part of your third unit. So any doubt you want to ask anything? So we will finish our class here. So goodbye, students. We'll continue in the next class.